question, but we seemed, right before we got news of this, to be bouncing off some of those lows. People started to hear this news, of course, on Twitter, actually, as one of the first places. The Boston Globe came out and said that there were these two powerful explosions at the site of the marathon, at the finish line, in fact. And you can see the video now, a lot of chaos obviously ensuing.
And by the way, we should also point out that there are still you're seeing the National Guard there trying to work to clean the mess. There are still so few people that are on the scene, first responders, who are able to try to make sense of this. Again, this is all live. We're witnessing this together in real time. This has just happened in Boston.
And this is, of course, a very big deal in Boston, a very big deal in New England, and even nationally as well. This marathon, very well known. It's actually had, interestingly enough, on Patriots Day, which is today. It's the third Monday in April. And, you know, they have just people that come from all over the world to participate in this. Thousands of spectators, roughly 500,000 spectators it brings in every year.
And by the way,
thousands of runners.
Thousands of runners, thousands of spectators. And curious to note, as we look at these live photos, that the police have been very effective at moving people away from where the explosions seem to have occurred. Again, we're not seeing a lot of smoke. What we are seeing, however, is clearly consternation on the ground as people try to come to grips with what has just happened, and more importantly, why it's happened. This could simply be a natural gas explosion that happened because of a pipe. We don't know yet. It could be something related to the T, which is Boston's own underground, the subway. There may have been an electrical fire. Again, so many questions. We're trying to get some people on the ground who can describe what's happening there. Yeah.
That was filmed in the immediate aftermath. This was a photograph taken which would appear to show the moment one of the explosions detonates. One of the devices, it kind of this. You can see the flash of orange, you can see the cloud of smoke, you can see racegoers unaware that this was about to take part, just jogging down the street towards the conclusion of this marathon. There has been a suggestion that the building, which may or may not be a sports store, is just behind that flashpoint, and it may have come from within the building. There are other reports in the confusion that normally occurs on events like this, suggesting that a trash can, a rubbish bin of some kind, may well have contained an explosive device, and it was that exploded. Now, our colleagues at Fox News in the States are saying that law enforcement there have confirmed to them that there are at least 3 dead as a result of these twin explosions. And we're also hearing that Massachusetts General Hospital has at least 2 patients been admitted, and that figure is probably well out of date by now. I'd imagine many more. The one thing that may help those injured, of course, is that there were medical experts on scene at the end of a marathon. There are normally assistants, not just race stewards, but medical expertise, and apparently some of the tents that you'd normally find at the conclusion of a race like this were being used as triage centres.